Hey everybody, it's Delta Shiny Zeta here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to defeat the Raven Beak boss, which is the final boss of the game. So there's actually 3 phases to it. The first one, what you basically want to do is get your store missiles and try to keep aim at him as long as possible to actually open up as many targets as possible. That's the way that you actually do damage. When he drops the giant sphere ball thing, you want to actually drop a power bomb. It is by far the most effective way to deal with it, and you get free pickups for doing that. He has a number of attacks, but essentially what happens is that he's going to essentially go into a cinematic cutscene, and you want to actually press a melee attack at the right time. If you miss it, no worries. I mean, it takes a little bit of practice anyway. But a lot of his attacks have either like this thing here that you see from the top, you have to stand next to him, or a bunch of just attacks right in front of him where he attacks. The easiest way to avoid those is to just jump, like that one right there, for example. And then that one, you get close to him. When he does that, then that one is an attack. You simply jump over him again. That's another one there. I actually ended up getting hit that time. But the pattern is actually not too difficult. That's one of the craziest moves right there, that one he just did right there. But when he actually like looks at you and like does some kind of taunting thing at you, that's when you know that the melee attack opportunity is coming. And if you land it right, especially 2 times in a row, you can actually just spam a bunch of missiles right at him, like what you just saw right there. That was all just cinematic. All you have to do is hold R and Y and keep pressing Y to keep doing attacks. Power bomb right there. That attack, you get close to him. That one you jump over. As you can see, that's kind of the pattern there. There's a taunt, which means he's going to attack you. Do a melee attack 2 times in a row at the right time with the little shining light, and then you can spam missiles. All this is cinematic. You don't have to dodge that beam right there. That's all cinematic. But once you do it twice, usually twice, that should be good enough to actually move on to the next phase. Now I will say, the first phase you can at least get pickups like missiles and health back by destroying those giant orbs with power bombs, which is great. The second phase though, there's no way to actually heal. He has 4 different attacks. The first is that diagonal beam that you just saw right there. The second is he spams like a machine gun. The best way to do this is to just keep space jumping around him in circles. He sometimes does it 2 times in a row, I've noticed, which is annoying. But during this move, there's not really an opportunity for you to be hitting him, unfortunately. In terms of attacks, you actually want to keep using the store missile attack and keep loading up as many body parts as possible for him, up to 5, to do as much damage. His last 2 attacks are when he does a lunge forward at you, and then a lunge from the top to bottom. That's the lunge forward. That's actually the hardest move to dodge. You either morph ball or you space jump high enough, but one jump is usually not enough to get enough height and leverage from that. There's the machine gun again. You just simply keep screwing attacking, or space jumping, whatever, around him. See, if you try to land an attack like right there, it's not really going to work. That's the diagonal beam, another pretty easy one, and that's the vertical attack, which is also easy. You just simply sidestep it. The only hard one is that one right there, that one, because if you don't catch it in time and you don't morph ball in time, you're kind of screwed and you are going to get hit. The worst thing about this phase is that, again, there's no healing in this phase. He does not drop the giant sphere orb, so whatever health you have going into the second phase is what is going to be your max HP for the second phase. So you are probably going to lose a lot of it if you keep getting hit, and I just got hit again right there. So that sucks, but you just got to be aggressive. Be aggressive and dodge as much as possible. And eventually he will be going down. If he keeps spamming store missiles, he does not have a ridiculous amount of health, just a fairly large, I guess you can say, amount of health. But those are his only attacks. It's just 4 different attacks. Diagonal beam, machine gun around him, horizontal lunge, and vertical lunge. And that's it. That's all he does. Should be very close to finishing this phase here. Yeah, I got hit by the horizontal move almost every single time. You do get some pickups after you finish a phase, which is good, but now we're moving on to the third phase. The third phase I actually think is easier than the second phase, because a lot of his attack patterns are similar to the first phase in this phase, and also he drops the giant spheres again, which means good health and pickups for you. There's a lunge, what a fail by me right there, but yeah. As always, you want to just go ahead and line up all your store missiles and attack. The big thing you'll notice now is that, and there's a power bomb thing by the way, and then he drops the sphere. The big thing you'll notice now is that your attacks actually damage him. You don't need to wait for cinematic events to do damage anymore, which is good. This is one of his new moves here. He launches the beam at you. Takes a little bit of charge of time, but it's actually pretty easy to dodge. Just keep space jumping and you'll actually be good. Right there, there's another sphere. Just drop a power bomb. It's always nice and juicy destroying those things because you get some health and missiles, which is fantastic. There's a forward attack, very basic attack to be dodging. There it is again, but that's a different version of it. That's the faster version. That's the only crazy one there when he does some kind of zigzag speed thing. I don't know what that is. There's a sphere, drop a power bomb. And you just keep launching attacks. There's another kind of sphere. He drops two kinds of spheres this time. One at the top and then one going toward you. There's the beam. That one's pretty easy to dodge, like I keep saying. He can usually land a good amount of storm missiles in between each beam. If he does it multiple times, there's that one. You stand right next to him. And then he always follows up that attack by doing an attack in front of him because you got really close. Once this happens, you get into a cutscene. I missed it right there, but that's how it looks if you end up missing it. Once you get into this cutscene, though, it means that you're at the end of the battle. You do have to get the cinematic event correct 2 times in a row in order to win the battle. Kind of like the Chozo soldiers as well. So if you miss it the first time, you're not too far away from getting it again. You only have to do a little bit of damage each time to him, like right there. So get it twice, and that's how it's going to work. Other than that, I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to spoil cutscenes and the ending. So before I end this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notifications if you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a great day.